Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, an 18th-century Austrian composer, was a musical prodigy who left an indelible mark on the classical music world. He's widely regarded as one of the greatest composers of all time. His timeless pieces continue to captivate audiences even centuries after his passing. Wolfgang was born on January 27, 1756, in Salzburg, Austria, to Leopold Mozart and Anna Maria Pertl. At the time of Mozart's birth, Austria was a hub of cultural activity. The country was part of the Habsburg Empire, and its capital, Vienna, was a center of political and cultural power. The nobility, including the imperial court, patronized the arts and supported musicians, composers, and artists. The Austrian public was well-educated and culturally sophisticated, making the country a fertile ground for the growth and development of the arts. His father, Leopold, was a composer, conductor, and violinist. He came from a musical family and was a respected composer and performer in his own right. He was also a devoted teacher and recognized the musical talent of his son Wolfgang at a young age. He dedicated much of his time and energy to nurturing Wolfgang's talent and providing him with the best musical education possible. Anna Maria was a supportive and loving mother who raised her children with care and dedication. Together, Leopold and Anna Maria provided Wolfgang's with a solid education and encouraged his musical development. Mozart's musical prowess was evident from a tender age, with his finger dexterity on the piano evident from the age of 3. He had an uncanny ability to read music before he could even decipher written words, a testament to his inherent musical gifts. Leopold quickly identified the exceptional talent his son Wolfgang possessed. He took it upon himself to impart his knowledge and nurture this talent, schooling both Wolfgang and his sister Maria Anna in the art of playing the piano and violin. The young Mozart siblings often performed together, showcasing their musical abilities in tandem. Their musical chemistry was in full display as they traveled the world on tour, with Wolfgang tickling the ivories of the piano and Maria Anna strumming away on the violin. These performances were a testament to the musical prowess that was fostered within the Mozart household. Wolfgang began his musical journey at the tender age of 6, traveling across Europe and showcasing his prodigious talent on stage. His musical prowess was widely recognized and garnered accolades from both royalty and dignitaries who flocked to his performances. As Wolfgang matured, his musical aptitude only continued to blossom, resulting in a diverse repertoire of works, including operas, symphonies, and sonatas. Among his most notable compositions are The Marriage of Figaro, Ein kleine Nachtmusik, and the timeless classic, The Magic Flute. Throughout his short life, Mozart left an indelible mark on the musical world, crafting over 600 masterpieces that range from symphonies to operas, from piano concertos to chamber works and choral pieces. But it wasn't just his musical genius that endeared him to those around him. Mozart was also renowned for his quick wit and mischievous sense of humor, always ready with a practical joke to keep his friends and family in good spirits. For example, during one of his famous concerts, Mozart played a prank on his audience by inserting a silly tune into a serious piece, causing the audience to burst into laughter in the middle of the performance. On another occasion, Mozart sent a fake letter to his friend claiming that he had composed a requiem mass for a fictional count. The friend was shocked when he found out it was all a joke and couldn't help but admire Mozart's sense of humor. Despite his mischievous and light-hearted demeanor, Mozart approached his musical talent with the utmost solemnity and rigor. He poured himself into his craft, dedicating himself to refining and perfecting each composition. However, despite his boundless gifts and artistic virtuosity, Mozart's life was plagued by financial turmoil. Despite his best efforts, he found himself unable to secure steady employment, constantly grappling with the challenge of making ends meet. There were many reasons why Mozart struggled financially despite his musical talent and hard work. Despite his musical genius, Mozart was not always widely recognized for his talent during his lifetime, which might have hindered his ability to secure steady employment. In addition, Mozart was known for his extravagant lifestyle, which, combined with his lack of business savviness, often left him in difficult financial situations. Another reason was that, at the time, there were many other talented musicians competing for the same opportunities and commissions, making it difficult for Mozart to stand out and secure consistent work. Further, Mozart lived during a time of political upheaval, which created instability and unpredictability in the artistic and cultural markets. This could have affected his ability to secure steady employment and make a living through his music. Despite facing financial struggles throughout his life, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart never wavered in his passion and commitment to music. With the support of his father, he managed to persist through tough times, yet even that wasn't enough to alleviate the monetary hardships he faced. Yet, Mozart persevered, refusing to let financial difficulties diminish his love for and dedication to compose. In 1781, at the age of 25, he wed Constanze Weber, a singer he had met several years earlier. The union brought forth 6 offspring, of which only 2 lived to see maturity. However, even the responsibilities of parenthood could not deter Mozart from pursuing his musical dreams, as he persevered to create music at a prodigious pace. In addition to his musical talent, Mozart was a polyglot with a keen mind for mathematics and science, further demonstrating his exceptional versatility and genius. Despite his prolific and historical body of work, Mozart was not only a master composer, but a dazzling performer as well. His natural musical talent and quick wit allowed him to captivate audiences with impromptu piano solos, leaving them in awe of his musical prowess. Today, he remains a shining example of the power and beauty of musical expression, and his legacy continues to inspire musicians and fans alike. Mozart's musical genius was a forerunner in his era and continues to inspire musicians today. His innovative compositions not only set a new standard in the classical music world of the late 18th century, but also paved the path for musical progressions in the centuries to come. His legacy lives on through his iconic operas, symphonies, concertos, and chamber works that continue to be performed and revered around the world. His operas, in particular, broke new ground and left a lasting impact on the evolution of the genre. They were ahead of their time and have had a significant influence on future musical developments. For example, The Marriage of Figaro, 1786, is widely recognized as a turning point in opera history, as it marked a move away from the more formal and stylized operas of the past and towards a more natural and dramatic style. Don Giovanni, 1787, is widely regarded as one of Mozart's greatest operas and is noted for its innovative use of orchestra and vocal ensembles. The opera's subject matter and exploration of morality also helped to push the boundaries of the genre. Another example is The Magic Flute, 1791, which is considered a breakthrough in terms of its use of music and storytelling, as well as its exploration of serious themes such as enlightenment and the search for truth. Mozart's musical creations, including his symphonies, concertos, and chamber works, are still highly revered and regularly performed even in present times. Their intricate and complex composition showcases his unmatched genius, making them timeless masterpieces. Despite the tumultuous journey of his life, Mozart never wavered in his pursuit of musical excellence. He stood steadfast, even through the peaks and valleys, producing timeless compositions that continue to evoke emotions and evoke wonder. A true source of inspiration, Mozart's music will endure as a cherished treasure for generations to come. Interesting fact, Mozart had a great love for ice cream, so much so that he wrote to his father.
After the symphony, I therefore immediately went to the Palais Royal out of joy, had a good ice cream and prayed the rosary that I had promised.
This quirky characteristic adds a unique dimension to our understanding of his musical genius, revealing that even the greatest of minds have a sweet tooth. Did you know? The speed at which Mozart created his musical masterpieces is truly remarkable. He had the ability to craft a full symphony in mere days, a testament to his unparalleled musical talent and tireless work ethic. This remarkable feat has solidified his place in history as one of the greatest composers of all time. Have you heard the fascinating fact that Mozart was not just a master of music, but also a loving pet owner? He had a pet starling, and it is said that he taught the bird to recite the opening melody of the third movement of his Piano Concerto No. 17 in G major. Despite his tremendous talent and numerous triumphs, Mozart's life was not without difficulties. he encountered hurdles in securing stable employment and maintaining financial stability and faced criticism and rejection from some members of the musical establishment, including rival composers, musicians, music publishers, and even high-ranking officials in the musical world who felt threatened by his exceptional talent and original style. Despite these obstacles, Mozart continued to pursue his passion for music and made a lasting impact on the industry. In 1791, at the prime of his life, Mozart was struck by a mysterious illness. Despite being only 35 years old and at the height of his musical career, he began to experience symptoms that rapidly worsened, leading to his untimely death. While the exact cause of his sickness remains unknown to this day, it is believed by some historians to have been caused by rheumatic fever, streptococcal infection, or even poisoning. He continued to compose music and work on his final opera, The Magic Flute, even as his health declined. He passed away on December 5, 1791, leaving behind a legacy of over 600 compositions that continue to be celebrated and admired to this day. Mozart's music has had a lasting impact on classical music and continues to be an important part of the classical repertoire. His operas, symphonies, and other works are widely performed and recorded, and they are enjoyed by audiences all over the world. Mozart's life and music continue to inspire and influence musicians and music lovers of all ages. His talent, dedication, and hard work have made him one of the most beloved and revered composers in history.